Hello.
Hi there. Am I the only one, Nicole? Am I in the right space?
You are in the right place. I have one person who I've admitted, but I guess is having trouble joining. And then the
Okay.
rest of the waiting room is everyone's note takers. And I don't let people in as just note takers. They have to be at my meeting.
Okay.
I have a whole waiting room full of note takers.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Oh, wow, it's dark.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I was going to eat my lunch, though, and didn't figure you want to watch me eat my piece of pizza.
It's quite all right. I'm working on getting rid of all of the AIs. I'll give everyone just another minute for folks to join. Hi, Trudy.
Hi. Hey, Sarah. Good to see you. I don't
Good.
know if you
Thank
you
you.
can't see me, I don't think.
Not yet,
Not
no.
yet.
I will
Hi.
ask everyone to have a little patience with me. Deandra was going to run today's meeting and she is out sick today, so
Oh no.
I am a substitute.
It's
I hadn't seen Deandra in ages, and it was a pleasure to bump into her out at George Clear Lake a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Ryan, Matt, pleasure
Yeah,
to
yeah.
bump into some familiar faces. This is my first time being at one of these, so I didn't know who to expect would be here.
You have to look at me twice. Most people don't want to do that.
Lucky
And
you.
Melissa.
And Melissa, you're
Oh,
muted.
Melissa, you're on mute.
I'm just gonna have my whole conversation with y'all on mute because that's gonna be so helpful. But I was just saying, oh look, twice in one day. I'm so lucky. How are y'all? How's Friday going?
I just got
I'm
done with
doing
another
great.
Zoom meeting. I was on, guys, I was on a Zoom meeting this morning, then just now. So I'm like, no break.
I gotta say, I was a little confused because wasn't that Sarah Coles in the meeting this morning also?
Sarah Joe's.
Jones. Okay. I've been really
So
confused
it's
because I thought it
yeah.
was the same person,
No, you are not the only one.
but it was like that. I don't remember them looking like
Um,
that. I'm
But
so
we were
so
talking
confused.
about you, Sarah, this morning too, because we were talking chatting Texas children and
Yeah.
nature. So
Yes.
yeah,
you were there
so
in spirit.
Sarah Joes and I have known each other for 15 years at this point. And we both used to work for the city of Corpus Christi. And both of us
Ah.
were over children outdoor programs, but two different ones. And so for the 15 years that we've known each other, people have consistently gotten the wrong one.
Well, it's
And
nice to know I
so,
have justification, so much
yeah,
justification in confusing you.
it is between the two of us kind of like, are they looking for the right one?
I'm just laughing because half the people on this call I was just on a call with
Oh, right.
3 hours ago. So I didn't know if I was going to make this or not. And I don't know where I am. I'm somewhere on Highway 35 between Alvin and Angleton. So my signal might cut in and out, but we'll
Oh,
see.
yeah. So Matt's on his way to Corpus Christi, talking about Corpus.
Yep.
Drive safe.
Are you going to Whooping Crane Festival?
Um, yes, but not for that purpose. I'm actually the TAEE board retreat is in Rockport this weekend to plan for the conference, but we are going on a birding tour on Sunday morning for the Whipping Crane Festival. So
Are you going with Captain Tony?
we're not doing the boat tour. We're doing
Okay.
one of the bus tours. I didn't even know, like, we just got an email from Cindy and she was like, surprise, here's a present from the executive board. We're going on a birding tour. So
That's awesome. There is nothing like seeing the whoopers in the wild down there. That boat tour, if you ever get the chance, like, oh man, you should do it. Seeing the little babies and the juveniles, it's so exciting.
The boat tour is great. If you can't get on the boat tour, going to Big Tree is almost a guaranteed spot. Um, and what's interesting about Big Tree is that the field has both whoopers and sandhill cranes, and you think you understand how big whooping cranes are, and then you see them next to a sandhill crane.
Yeah.
yeah, this will be the first time in probably 15 years that I've been down here for this. My wife and I used to go pre-child all the time, but you know,
Yeah. Kids, they just mess everything up. Those kiddos.
yeah. And then about the time that they get old enough to handle that kind of stuff, they're not cool, or it's not cool to hang out with mom and dad anymore. So,
Preach, Matt. Mine is old enough to do our teen program here at the zoo. And so I was like, oh man, okay, are you going to do your application? And she looked at me like, Mom, I am not going to do the zoo thing this year because I'm just over it. And I just was so affronted. And I was like, okay. And my husband's like, watch your face, don't overreact. And I was like, okay, no big deal. You're just, all right. After all these years, I had this dream of us, doing this together, but I guess not. So there's
Well,
nothing
she
like
was
when
great
your
at the
kids
nursery
rebel.
a month ago. Bring her back.
I know. Well, and that's the thing is she loves being outdoors and she loves volunteering. She loves working like in the field. I think it's just like maybe occupational hazard. She's been here so much and this is like her
Yeah.
home. And so I think she's ready for something different. And that's okay. I can embrace that. I'll work on it in therapy. It's fine. Oh.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and get us started, and I'll keep an eye on the waiting room. A couple of you heard at the very beginning, I am a substitute today. Deandra was going to run our meeting today, and she is out sick. So forgive me if I'm a poor substitute. So first up, we are going to just do some introductions. I know most of you know each other, but just in case there's folks who don't know everyone, just real quick, do name and organization, and well, we can do popcorn or I can call on people. There aren't, I think we can do popcorn. We don't have multiple pages of Zoom. So, but Rich, if you want to, if I haven't, I think I should have met you, all of you, but in case, I'm Sarah Coles, Executive Director of Texas Children in Nature Network. But Rich, if you want to go first, you're who I see
would
first on my
love to go
screen.
first. Sure, yeah. So I'm Rich Summer from Exploration Green Conservancy, kind of the southeast side of Houston, just north of NASA. Old golf course converted into nature park, and we're trying to figure out how to do some education and outreach programs, especially with kids. So we're really excited to figure out how to do this. So yeah, Brian, we'll just go across the top there.
Rich, I'm Brian Schmesky. I'm a professor of environmental sciences at Lone Star College in Kingwood, and I also maintain 260 acres of wilderness area that we have an improved trail on. And I've worked with a few guys in the past, so and we do some of the outreach for Sarah. So I'll pass that along to whose head am I standing on? Stephanie.
Hey everyone, my name's Stephanie Gray. I'm the Texas Program Director for the Children's Environmental Literacy Foundation. I know some of you, but nice to meet everybody here. I'll pass it on to Melissa.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Melissa Wong, and I'm the Senior Director of Conservation Education at the Houston Zoo. And so I'm really excited to join in the conversation and meet some new faces and just think about how we can all leverage our collective strengths to support environmental ed in our space and maybe a little bit of conservation education too. That's really where my heart lies. So I will pass it on to, and I think I might mispronounce it, but Inyang. Did I say it correctly?
Yes, you did. Thank you,
Oh,
Melissa. Good
wonderful. It's a
morning.
beautiful
Yes,
name, and it's nice to meet
yes,
you.
thank you. Appreciate that. Good afternoon, everyone. Just checking the time here. My name is Ian Kowak. I am the Research and Policy Director for Airlines Houston. And at Airlines Houston, for those of you that don't know, our aim is to reduce the public health impacts of air pollution through research, education, and advocacy. And we do this across, all age groups, right? So from senior citizens to kids, right? And if you have any questions, happy to share. I'm new in this group. I first came across Texture in Nature when I joined your 4-year conference late last year, and I had a fabulous time and met lots of people with similar ideas and goals in terms of the environment, and how it impacts children. I am excited to be here and excited to meet you all. Over, and I will pass it to Arlene.
Arlene, I know you just got here. We're doing introductions, so name and who you're with.
Sure. Hi, this is Arlene Gilman. I live in Houston and I'm a landscape designer, and I have a strong interest in outdoor learning and exposing children to as much nature as we possibly can. And I'm very happy to be part of this group.
Great. And then I know you just got here, so if you want me to pick someone who hasn't gone yet, I can. Or if you want to pick someone, you can do that.
I don't know who hasn't gone.
Okay. I'll call on Amy.
Hi, I'm Amy Music. I'm the Executive Director of Smart Family Literacy. We're based in Galveston. We give away over 35,000 children's books every year, but we partner that with a heart healthy mission and outdoor nature activity. So I'm actually a monarch steward with the National Wildlife Federation. I'm also a facilitator for Project Wild for Texas Parks and Wildlife. So I do a lot of training with educators, childcare centers, and we garden a lot with those schools and the kids.
Great. And then you want to pick who's next?
Hui Zhang.
Wait, I see you're off mute, but we can't hear you if you're talking. I will say she's with the Pasadena Library, and we're going to be launching Leap backpacks there in just a few weeks. And hopefully she'll be able to join us verbally soon. And then Matt, you want to go? Or not? Am I the one having sound issues?
No, Matt's driving.
Okay.
So.
Okay, perfect. And so Trudy, go ahead.
Yes. Okay, thanks, Sarah. I'm sorry my camera's not working today. I'm Trudy Smith and I'm with Buffalo Bayou Partnership and I do programming here. Have worked with Sarah and this is such a great group. We have some fun educational activities this summer as we focus on bats. So might be fun to partner with some of you on this. And so just a little bit, Buffalo Bayou Partnership, we create and steward park spaces along Buffalo Bayou from Shepherd Drive to the Turning Basin. So that stretch. And we have a new park that's opening up next year in the East End that has some that will have some great um, children's components. So will be exciting to reveal once we know more details. Thanks.
Great. Well, welcome, y'all. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to put our little agenda up here. Let me go.
Did
Okay.
Evan introduce himself, or did I miss that?
Oh, Evan, I did miss you. Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
No worries. I'm Evan Tiffany. I'm with American Youth Works. I'm the community engagement specialist, mostly support the Texas Conservation Corps program in Houston, which is mostly directed programming towards young adults, but we do have some volunteer initiatives that are family friendly and open to kids in the Houston area that we're putting on every once in a while now that we've been doing for about a year and a half. So I'm excited to hear ideas from the group here as we're working to make our educational piece of those activities more engaging we get a lot of high school students, so more engaging for younger people than we usually work with.
Great. And then, wait, I see you're back. Do you want to see if you can microphone will work this time?
Yes, ma'am, I will try. Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello.
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I'm so sorry about that and technical difficulty with my computer. So I just log in with my pad. So here I am. I'm with the Pasadena Public Library with Youth Services. And then I'm so excited joining you all today because as Sarah mentioned that we're just going to have a what is it called, the leap packs ready for the children to check out so they will be able to explore nature in the neighborhood. So I'm just so excited to join everybody to learn what you're offering to the community. And we hope we can introduce that kind of services to the students and the children's, in our service area. Thank you.
Welcome. So glad you could join us.
Hey, Sarah, it's Matt Abernathy. I don't know if y'all called
Hey.
on me. My signal cut in and out, but I can jump on real quick too.
We did, and we missed you. So please introduce yourself.
My name is Matt Abernathy. I am not on camera right now because I'm driving. For my job, I'm the Education and Outreach Coordinator for the Galveston Bay Estuary Program, which is a non-regulatory program of the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality. And our offices are in the Clear Lake area, pretty much right across the street from Rich at Exploration Green. But we service the entire lower Galveston Bay watershed. And then I also am on the board for the Texas Association for Environmental Education. And I'm excited to be here today to learn about what everybody's doing. And then also if there's anything that y'all want me to take to the board for Texas Association for Environmental Education, I'm on my way to the board retreat right now. So I can move things forward this weekend if we need to.
Great. Okay, did I miss anyone else? Okay. Well, moving on with our next thing on our agenda. Some of you may have seen an e-blast go out that we have at Texas Children in Nature Network are partnering with Give Freely. And Deandra wanted to share a bit about this. So this is a Chrome extension that you can add to your browser, and it will do a couple of things. One, if you install it, we automatically get $5 donated to Texas Children in Nature Network. So just by installing it, you have donated, and we're very much appreciative. And then the other thing it does is if you shop at over 10,000 different stores, you will get a portion of your purchase will be donated to Texas Children in Nature Network. So sort of like Amazon Smile used to work before they got rid of it. This is like that, but it's for a bunch of different stores. For instance, as you can see, I've been shopping at Office Depot today. And I've already earned like $10 for Texas Children in Nature Network on a purchase that I would have needed to make for work anyways. And so you can, it'll download that and it'll just show up. And then sometimes it even gives you a coupon. So highly recommend that. And I can put the link in the chat. If any of you would like to add that. Oh, apparently I'm trying to chat to the waiting room. There we go. Okay. Any questions about Give Freely? Okay. Next up, just wanted to give a chance if anyone had any questions about the Texas Children in Nature Network membership. We are just about at a year of membership happening within Texas Children in Nature Network. So thank you to all of you who have become members in the last year. We really appreciate that. If you joined right at the beginning of the year, you'll probably be getting your renewal letters soon. The renewals, the membership is good for a year from the date you become a member. So if say you became a member in July you would be renewing. But we've been really thankful for those memberships. As of right now, we're able to have a not insignificant amount of steady income coming in because of that. And so we really appreciate you doing that. And just as a reminder, as an organizational member, you would get things like free access to our webinars, a summit discount, technical assistance, our access to our jobs board. We now have a marketing newsletter that goes out that you can put your events in. And then we also do have individual memberships available as well. If your organization can't become a member, but you as an individual would like to become one. Any questions about membership? Y'all are going to make this meeting go really fast. Upcoming webinars. We have a webinar tomorrow with Emmy. Some of you have gotten a chance to meet Emmy, our intern. She's there in Houston, and she's doing a webinar tomorrow on native trees. So if any of you are interested in native tree care, we would love to have you join us for that webinar tomorrow. And then our next one after that is going to be on the 28th. So next Saturday, we have a teacher workshop with Peas on some gardening curriculum. So if you're interested in any of those, registration is open. Any questions about our webinars?
Is that on your website or?
It is. That's a great question. So if you go to texaschildreninnature.org/events.
Perfect. Thank you.
You'll find all of our upcoming webinars, and I'll put that in the chat.
Excellent.
And right now I've got everything posted through June, and then we will I'll be starting to put up our fall offerings. If any of you are ever interested in doing a webinar with us, please just let me know. Happy to get those scheduled. And then last up on our state updates is our Pathfinder meeting. So some of you may know we have our early childhood education program, which statewide is known as OLE, Outdoor Learning Environments, but it's OLE with an exclamation point because we're Texas and we have to say OLE with enthusiasm. But we have our Pathfinders who are early educational professionals that meet together for professional developments and technical assistance. And so we host an annual meeting for them that's sort of like a mini conference. And it will be actually in Houston this year. So we're still finalizing locations, but we would love for any of you that would like to join us for the Pathfinder meeting to do so. And so let me know if you're interested, and that will be coming up in April. And I would love to get you the dates, but that is a moving target that has moved 3 times this week. So I don't want to tell you to save the date and then move it again. We thought we had it pretty nailed down, and then we found out that all of our professors from A&M, who we were expecting to be there to speak, all have a staff meeting. So we've been moving things around. So, yeah, so those are our state updates. Any questions about any of that? Well, then I will open up the floor for y'all to share any updates or questions or announcements or anything you would like to share. And I will do my best to take notes. Feel free to just take yourselves off mute.
If you don't mind, this is Trudy with Buffalo Bayou Partnership. I'm just going to jump in real quick and mention a couple of events that we have lined up. The first one is March 21st, which is our annual BBP Regatta. It's a canoe and kayak race. So kids 12 and up can join us. And this is it's a fun event. It's Texas' largest canoe and kayak race with, we'll have over 400 boats. And we have a category that is just non-competitive, just for fun. And we'd love to have y'all join us. It's on our website at buffalobayou.org. Prior to that is on March 7th. So it's coming up in a couple of weeks. We are partnering with the Smithsonian, and they're highlighting their National Museum of the American Latino Museum, which is not yet open, but they're promoting this, and they're having a community day at our space at Turkey Bend. So if you go to our website, it does have more information, but there's going to be lots of great activities for kids and families. We're partnering also with the Houston Public Library. So lots of fun performances, storytelling, anyway, lots of fun, and would love to have y'all join us. Everything is going to be free, and that's from 12 to 5 on Saturday, March 7th. And that's it for now. But look, fun to see your faces.
And I'll share for any of you who are at the summit, George Zamanillo was our keynote. And he is the director of the Smithsonian of the American Latino. So, and I know he spoke about planning something for there in Houston during his keynote. And then Trudy, I used to work for George, so you may end up seeing me there because
Oh, wow. Oh my
yeah.
gosh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Okay. How fun.
Yeah, I was an intrepid grad student trying to figure out my way in the world.
I'm still trying to figure that out. Yep. Nice.
And I think, Trudy, since you were talking, also just shout out to you and the whole team at Buffalo Bayou. You guys are just knocking it out of the park in terms of equity and access to nature. I mean, what you guys are doing on the East End, we're all just as a whole community watching and cheering you on and supporting however we can. So yeah, if your team needs anything, man, just let us know. But you guys are doing such great work for Houston. Thank you.
You're so kind. That's wonderful. And it truly takes a village and takes a team. And there are incredible amount of, staff, board members, just, an amazing team that make it all happen. And that's so kind of you to say. And we're really excited about, opening up some, parks and new spaces and pedestrian bridges that will make sure to provide access from the Fifth Ward, East End, and so we are excited about that. Community building.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
You guys are just like, you're
Thank
the
you.
models. You've just done it
So,
so intentionally and so well. And we have some community partners down in the Fifth Ward, and it's so funny because when we ask them, and when we ask the audience members, the community members themselves, how do you want to engage with the zoo, or how do you want to engage with nature? What does that mean to you? The number one response that we get isn't, we want to come visit the zoo. That's there a little bit, but most often they say, we want to enjoy nature in our neighborhood. Can you help us do that?
mm,
And they'll take us to like green spaces that are just kind of carpet grass with maybe like one dying tree. And they say, can we do something with this? And so I just feel like you guys are spot on, and you're in the right area and you're doing great things. And we always kind of point back to some of these plans that we know are coming. And we're thinking with our community partners, how could we tap in? How can we tie in? How can we help them get connected to the work that we know is coming along that will give them a little bit more access? But the community members, I think, are just craving some healthy nature. So yeah,
oh,
it's
that's great. And
exciting.
that's why all of y'all are here and doing such great work. So, you know, it's wonderful to be a part of this. Thank you.
Judy, we
And
have a question in the chat about if you could post the detours for the biking paths on the website.
yes, do you know what? Let me see if I can there, let me see what I can do. Let me go to my website or go to the website just a minute. I'll check on that.
Thanks.
I'd
Okay.
like to say something to Melissa. I'm just taking advantage of your being here, and I just want to tell you how much my husband and I love the Houston Zoo. We really do. And we've been in Houston for about 2 years, and for whatever reason, we hadn't really explored the zoo much up until like this fall and winter. And so yeah, I just had to say that. And just curious I know how growing up in the Bronx that, a lot of the schools would take us to places, right? Like the zoo and the botanical gardens. And I'm curious as to whether the Houston ISD shows up or various teachers show up. Can you talk a little bit about your connections with the educators in
Yeah,
Houston?
definitely. And thank you. That means a lot. I think for a lot of us, we have these early memories, right? I bet for everyone on the call, there's probably like an early memory that you can point to of like being out in nature, being somewhere with wildlife, or just a green space that's meant a lot to you. And for a lot of us that work at the zoo, it's usually a zoo or aquarium. For a lot of us, it's those early memories and family visits to zoos that are so meaningful. So it's great to hear that it's the same for you as well. Uh, yes, the zoo, we see a lot of HISD through our self-guided field trips. So we are free actually to any HISD school and any students in the school district. So they get access to the zoo each year. And then we're also free to any Title I campus in the surrounding districts. So in the greater Houston area, which is about what I think maybe 13 or 14 school districts or something like that, any Title I campus can come for free as well. That probably is our kind of cast a wide net engagement, the self-guided field trips. And then what my team does is we focus on our school partnership program. And it's where we engage with a specific campus or a group of students at a specific campus. And they are motivated to do an action campaign for wildlife, usually a species or an animal that's really important to them. Often it might be their mascot. So we have some HISD campuses, their mascots are the falcons or the lions or the bears. And those kiddos are actually working to save falcons in the wild, lions in the wild, and then black bears here in Texas, which is really fun. The kids get to come to the zoo and be inspired by our animal care team and our conservationists and our professionals here. They learn about the threats that their mascot or the animals that they're passionate about are facing. And then they go back to their campus, and our staff kind of leads them through some inquiry activities where they think about, man, what could we do as fourth graders? What can we do as fifth graders or eighth graders to save those animals? And then they come up with their action campaign. And for some of our schools, it's starting paper recycling at their campuses or planting gardens to help provide safe habitat for local and migratory birds. But all of their action campaigns are super unique. We have one campus that recycled over 200 pounds of electronics this past year because they got really passionate about saving gorillas. I think that they had done a project and read a book about one of the main characters was a gorilla, and they learned about the gorillas here at the zoo, and they wanted to do something really proactive for the gorilla species in Africa. And so they did that, and we got to celebrate them, and we get to lift and kind of strengthen their conservation skill. They get to come and visit the zoo multiple times, and then we engage with that same group of kiddos, the same teachers, that same campus, year after year. So we have some partners, some campus partners that have been partnering with us for 10 years, and they've been saving animals every single year. The kids come up with the action campaign that they want to do. And it's no cost to the campuses, but these are long-term relationships that we really invest in. And right now we have about 27 school partners. So 27 groups of kiddos that are just doing great work. And that's really kind of our primary way that we really deeply engage with students in the area. But the self-guided field trips is just a fun, and it's, maybe one of the broadest ways that we engage. Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. We're excited.
I certainly remember when my kids went to the zoo in first or kindergarten or something, I don't know, many years ago, CCISD. So yeah, thank you for your support of all that. And I really liked your community engagement comments earlier, Melissa, about bringing nature into communities and helping them engage. And that's a lot of what Exploration Green is doing for our community down here in Clear Lake. So nice lead into what I wanted to say. So we have a wetland walkabout coming up in May 9th. If any of you would be interested in having an exhibit table, we would love to have you. I'm just meeting a lot of you for the first time, but I think a lot of your missions and proximity to Exploration Green make a lot of sense. If you're interested in having a table, we would love to have you. Feel free to email me. I'll put my email in the chat, and I'll figure out how to get out. We've got a form sign up thing. I'll try and find that and post it too.
Yeah, and Rich, if you want to email me the link as well, I can put it in the notes.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. And I'll jump in and just say, kind of like capturing what Melissa was talking about with student engagement at schools, and celebrating that. So I'm on the sustainability committee for the World Cup initiative. And the World Cup's coming to Houston in the spring. But we're doing a lot of outreach to try to just kind of galvanize the eyes that are going to be on Houston and kind of like the buzz surrounding the World Cup to engage students in sustainability projects. So I just dropped a link to our website. I want to highlight that there's micro grants. So there's actually funding for these student projects available, and the priority deadline for that microgrant application is February 27th. And I'm happy to chat with anybody about qualifications for the microgrant, but it is targeted towards K through 12 institutions, so public schools, private schools, and after school club are all eligible to receive these microgrant funds. And then there's a separate application once the student action project has started development for recognition, actually through the World Cup. So students who participated will get a sustainable school badge, a little sticker, and a FIFA World Cup sticker, and we'll feature some of these projects through the World Cup media team. So let me know if you guys have any questions, but trying to do a final push for that because our microgrant priority deadline is kind of wrapping up February 27th, and we're hoping to give out the sustainable school badges through the end of the school year.
Hey, I was wondering why I remembered your name recently. I had seen that email, and we were trying to figure out how to participate. I sent that to one of the schools we engage with to see if they were interested.
Yes, I think a lot of friendly faces on this call have gotten my email blast. So thank you guys for being patient with that and sharing it with your networks.
Yeah, just saying hi. I'm on the sustainability committee too, and
wonderful.
I was involved in canvassing the bus and train stops in the green corridor for, in order to see where improvements might be able to be happening.
Yeah, and that's been another kind of fun project. We've been interacting with some art teachers in Houston ISD, so there's actually going to be a student art competition to kind of beautify some of those bus stops and train stops along, kind of near the stadium corridors downtown. So yeah, just kind of trying to leverage the marketing that comes with having such a big event in Houston.
Hey, this is Matt. I guess I'll jump in with a couple of things real quick. So the Estuary Program State of the Bay Symposium is coming up this next week. Unfortunately, if you're not registered, it's a good problem to have, I guess, with a symposium that we're overbooked. But if you go to our website, you can take a look at the program, and we are going to have all of the presentations published on our website afterwards. But if you see anybody or any presentations there that you're really interested in or want to get more information or connect with the author, just let me know. And then two other events coming up. Wednesday, March 25th at Texas A&M University at Galveston is the 8th annual Texas Plastic Pollution Symposium. It's a one-day event where researchers get together and talk about issues surrounding marine debris and plastic pollution and work that's being done to help fight those issues. One of the neat things about this, though, is that it's not always university researchers. We've had oral presentations by kids as young as maybe like 13 or 14. And we've had poster presentations before by elementary school kids. We had somebody one year that was tied into their regional science fair. And so it's a really great opportunity. It's a free event, free lunch. You can go to TexasPlasticPollutionSymposium.com for more info on that. And then the Saturday after that, on the 28th, is either the 32nd or 33rd Trash Bash event, the River, Lakes, Bays, and Bayous Trash Bash, which is the largest single-day trash cleanup in the state. And you can go to trashbash.org and see the 13 or so different sites and get registered for that.
Smart. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Smart Family Literacy hosts its annual early childhood conference on March 21st. We have 300 educators from around the state of Texas. Last year we had over 19 counties represented. We're still registering teachers, but we're always looking for presenters in getting young kids involved in outside. We also do monthly training in La Marque, Texas, and virtual trainings. If anybody from your organizations would want to partner in some capacity to reach childcare and elementary school teachers.
Amy, is Beth on your presentation list?
She is, yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, I think she is, but I will confirm.
Oh, and we're also having in March, it's the 7th, 14th, and 28th. We're having community gardening classes in Galveston, which is open to anybody, but they're perfect for families with small children that want to come and learn together.
And you said that's in Galveston?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I can share an event. This is Evan with American Youth Works. We've got a volunteer litter cleanup event on February 28th in Houston at Black Hawk Park. These are Green Wave events that are led by our Conservation Corps AmeriCorps program members. So they are developing their leadership skills in real time at these events. Most of the time they're out doing work in nature, and these are their leadership development opportunities to lead engaging events to community members. So there's a little bit of a educational talk that they lead, a safety talk. Why does the environment matter? Why does litter matter? And then everybody goes and cleans up litter together, and it lasts a couple of hours. But this is open to everybody. I'm going to post the link in the chat here. So would love to have you all join.
Wonderful. Anyone else?
I'll make an announcement. if anyone's not familiar with our college system, we're composed of about 7 main campuses and about 10 satellite campuses spread out all across Houston. Sometimes it takes an hour and a half to get from one end to the other of our system. But we just started a system-wide sustainability committee, and each campus is going to be, working together with our main system office to do different initiatives. And one thing we pushed for is for next month, our Women's History Month, for the whole month, we'll be looking at local women leaders in sustainability and environmental issues. So we so far have I hope everybody's familiar with Joni Steinhaus from the Turtle Island Network. I've been working with her for years with Flower Gardens Banks Marine Sanctuary. So she's going to be giving a talk about her role in the plastic pollution reduction that she's been fighting at the state. I mean, literally fighting with to reduce plastic pollution. And then, to be honest, we were supposed to have Jane Goodall come as a speaker, and unfortunately, she passed away. So her organization, the foundation, is going to do a memorial video that we can stream from them for her, because that's going to be kind of neat to have and to recognize her and her contributions. And I don't know who the other speakers are, because it's a big committee, and I'm just doing that part of it. But I'm really happy that we're moving in that direction, because I mean that's 90,000 students that are now being introduced to sustainability on campus and in our curriculum.
Brian, have you gotten a chance to get your hands on Jen Bristol's new book, Wild Women for Good?
No, I'm sorry. I feel remiss now. Could you put that in
Well,
the
don't.
chat?
It literally came out last week, so you are not you're
Oh,
not
'cause
behind the ball.
I'm
But
still catching up from the 1980s, so I'm just
it's stories of Texas women in conservation.
okay. Great, because I can probably get a copy and put that out.
Yeah.
So we'll get multiple copies. Good. Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're welcome. I'll share the link. I got a preview copy because there's actually a chapter on Texas Children and Nature Network in the book. So, because amazing women of like Nancy Herron and Molly Stevens got it started. So,
Sarah, what was that title again?
Wild Women for Good, Stories of Conservation in Texas.
Oh my gosh. All right. Buying it right now. Thank you.
Any other announcements? I will say we do have the LEAP launch in Pasadena on March 11th. So would love to see y'all out there if you can make it. I think, what time is it again, Wei?
That was from 1 to 4.
Okay, yeah. And I know Emmy sent all of y'all a email about having a booth. Thank you to everyone who responded. We filled up all of our booths, so thank you so much for all of you who jumped on that. I really appreciate it. She was like, "Are you sure if I email?" I was like, I think they'll email back, and y'all did. So thank you so much.
I had just finally replied, so I guess we're out. But I tend to be overbooked anyway, so
I think she's doing her best to get everyone who emails her in, so you may hear from her.
Oh, okay, all right.
With
I didn't get permission for leave, so I can't. I'm gone so much they're mad at me.
So, okay. Any last announcements before we finish up? Okay. Our next meeting will be in April, and it'll be in person. Not 100% sure where yet. I think Deandra's working on finalizing a location. If you would like to host, please let either myself or Deandra know. Oh, Brian's raising his hand.
You can go out on our trail.
Yeah. So we appreciate all of you joining us today, and I will see y'all sometime soon.
Very nice to
Thanks,
meet
everybody. Have
everybody.
a great weekend.
Thanks. Bye.